So it's barely 10 a.m. guys, and we've closed plus 100 pip on gold, and this is Thursday morning. So guys, over to my chart here. This was the first trade position we took on gold. We rode this all the way to all-time high. So there's a full playlist I have that covers news trading, how you can get higher margins. If you need this one. How's y'all doing, guys? So today in this video we're going to be doing a monthly forex trading recap, best trades taken, and the key takeaways that we're going to be looking at as suggested in the video title. So for the most part we traded gold, and that was our best trades. We had scalp positions, we had swing positions, and our worst trade position was GBP USD. That was the single loss we took this month, and in between all of these trades gold gave us 100% of the profits we made. Now I'm going to be jumping over to my screen. Without further ado, not wasting your time, let's take a look at what we had on gold. Before we get into the video, guys, about 70% of the viewers of this channel are not subscribed. If you enjoy videos and content we make around trading and also a daily life, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so that when I drop videos like this, you'll be on the know and you'll be the first to watch them. So let's get back to the video. Looking at what we have on the screen, I want to jump right into the swing positions we took. We had two swing positions and we had two scalp positions. The swing gave us the most move because that's a swing trade. The scalp was just majorly a 60 pip move. That was a quick one, and a 100 pip move. So we're going to look at the swings. So I want to look at the daily chart to start off with my directional bias. Now, gold has been trading and creating all-time highs consistently over time. We've had this here as the last all-time high we had, and majorly what I was looking at, I was looking at how price will bounce off the all-time high. The first major retracement is what I want to get on, and that is going to like give me the buy side position I'm looking at to trade good all the way to new all-time highs, and we did get that price formation. So if we look at this here, this is on the daily chart. If I take off these markings, if I go down to the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart we'll get to see this much clearly. Now this here is the level we marked out on the daily. We've had the first major breakouts. We pulled back, we failed to create new higher high, and we had this major deep retracement. Now after this deep retracement, we had an aggressive buy up, and after this aggressive buy up we slightly traded above this previous high here, and we had our first major pullback here. Now this was where I got my confirmation for an entry, because when market is skewed towards a very strong buy side or sell side, you get to see shallow retracement, and those are the retracements you want to get on right about after a deeper retracement. So that was the context of what I was looking at. So this trade position was taken right about here. If we go down to the lower time frame, I used the 15-minute chart to better fine-tune my entry. Sometimes I go lower than that, sometimes I use the 4-hour chart. It depends solely on what the market is presenting at the moment and what I'm looking at. So for this example, if we go down to the 15, we get to see on the 15 when we've had this retracement here, we bounced off from this neckline here, and we started seeing some buy side, and that was when I called out the trade. And by the way, if you're not part of our Telegram community, I'm going to link the Telegram channel to this video description. Click on it and be part of 800 plus active traders who trade alongside me, and we're able to capitalize on this move. That's about a 300 pip move to start off the month of February. That was taking 4th of the month. So over to the next trade. The next trade we took here was right about this region here. Again, like I said earlier on, that after we've had major sell-offs from price, keyword after major sell-offs from price, the first bounce off we get from price, those shallow retracements are just what am I boiling, and those are the things I want to quickly jump on, because that gives me a very good entry, and I'll be much relaxed to ride the moves to the upside in the case of a sell scenario. when we have major sales and we have price, pulling back, and that first retracement, I'll take on the buys, and the opposite will be on the sell side. Now, if you look at this here, I also want to go to the daily time frame now. On the daily time frame, what I want to do now is I want to also mark out what happened earlier. Before then, we've had the all-time highs, price creating this all-time high. We've had an equal high here where we had price bouncing off before. I was actually looking for a sell side. I wasn't able to catch on the sell, but we were able to like capitalize on the buy side. Now for the sell side, this was when we got these equal highs here and price dropped aggressively. Now after this drop, we've had price bouncing off this region. This was the first major retracement, and this happened around an odd hour, but because I've been actively keeping an eye on gold, trying to get on those buys, I was able to wake up 4 a.m. my time zone, which was crazy, and that was where I was able to get my entry on this trade position. And this particular one gave us about 360 pip move. Now for me now, the key takeaway I have for these trades are, when price is creating successive all-time highs, you need to be actively glued to your screen and be looking for when we have a major sell-off from price. Once we have those major sell-off, any bounce off and the first retracement is what you want to take. That's the key major takeaway. You can go and check this on other instruments and try and observe what happens and see if you're able to like make sense out of it. So this is not niche to any strategy or anything like that. It's just pure price action, guys. So that's the key major takeaway. Now the second thing to note is for the most part, forex pairs were not really giving me what I was looking out for, but gold was creating consistent clean chart formations, and that was what I focused on, and I was able to get the most out of it. Now the second thing I want to talk about, or rather the third, is preparation. Now if I was not looking forward to most of this move coming up, I will not be that prepared to be able to get on those trades or catch those moves, because I was majorly focused on gold and I was locked in. I was able to take this even outside of my normal trading hours, because I do wake up very early in the morning, and being able to wake up very early, I have to sleep very early as well. Anything 9 p.m. I'm already sleeping, and I'll be able to wake up 4 or 5 a.m. and that's the major key takeaway. So for the loss we took, this loss was actually from GBP USD when we traded CPI, and let's just quickly look at that before we round up this session. So looking at this here, let's go over to Forex and let's look at GBP USD. So that trade position actually slowed down my momentum for a bit for the month, but regardless, because we had that major loss, and that was right about this region here during CPI. During CPI, this was the area where price bounced all the way through. So I was looking to take my buys off this region here, and that didn't happen. We had a much deeper sell-off here before price picked up, and because I was taking this trade with a good position sizing, and I lost about 10 to 15% of my trading account, I had to slow down to recoup before I was able to like start being aggressive again. So the major reason why I wasn't able to put so much position on gold when I took gold was because of this loss here. So gold helped me to recoup and started making profit. So if I go down to the hourly charts here on GBP USD, this was where this actually happened, because we've had that first push up in price. This was the first pullback. I was in this move and price dumped further because we had these hook points here which price wanted to trade into before it started picking up. So if I had not been so aggressive on this move, I'll probably get in another entry here, because this level was another entry as well to be able to get the buy side on GBP USD. But I had to just call it a day, cut my losses, and keep my psychology in check, because for me while trading there's a threshold that I will cross for a loss that could, start tempering with my psychological mind and frame of how I want to approach the market, and I don't want to cross that line because it's going to require me 3 times, the work that will be put in to be able to recover losses or anything like that. So if that makes sense, guys. So that's about it for the monthly trade recap. So guys, February was a very good month. We backed about 1240 pip. We lost just 35 pip from GBP USD, and this month has been an amazing month. So if you find videos like this interesting and helpful, make sure you give us a like, drop a comment in the comment section which was your biggest trade for the month, and until next time, I will see you all. Cheers, keep it simple.